Good evening, and thank you for tuning in to the 6th episode of The Square on Air. A big thank you to all the musicians that have visited us so far. As a reminder, those past episodes are available for viewing on the Square on Air's YouTube channel. I encourage you to go check those out and subscribe to the YouTube channel to be notified as the new episodes are uploaded. As always, we are coming to you live from the Square in downtown Abbeville, South Carolina, where summer is just around the corner and we've already begun to feel the heat and humidity. If you are watching live with us, write us your questions and thoughts in the comments and we will try to address them during the show. This week's guest was born and raised in the Sandhills of South Carolina and now calls Greenville home. Vilai Harrington's 2015 debut album titled Growth is full of Appalachian mountain music influences with a dark banjo and fiddle dominating the instruments. His latest album, titled Sandhill Shaman, shows his sound maturing in a very soulful, rootsy direction with an unmistakable country twang, a style perhaps brought about by the addition of his backing band, the Hamptones. The album's opener has more than just a little electric guitar twang. There's lots of great acoustic slide guitar throughout as well. The closer is a smoldering rendition of John Prine's Paradise, one of the many highlights found here. His latest single and music video, From Beyond, was just released on May the 20th. We will talk about it and show you a clip of the new video tonight. Vilai and the Hamptones were scheduled to open for the Future Birds at the Freight Yard in Spartanburg in early May, but unfortunately that show had to be canceled due to the coronavirus. We can't wait to see what the future has to offer for this very talented singer and songwriter. It is my privilege to introduce to you first, from the Southern Fried Morning Show, your host, Benji Greeson, and singing those soulful yet modern Americana songs, Vilai Harrington.
Hey, and welcome into another edition of The Square on Air. I am Benji Greeson. Thank you for that wonderful introduction, Amber, and we're so excited to be here tonight. I know that the world is turned upside down right now, and just things that are going on in every community of the world, or at least in the United States. Man, it can be a tough thing. But tonight, we want you to sit back, grab you some popcorn, get your favorite drink, kick your feet up, and enjoy some great conversation and great tunes from our guy here, Mr. Vilai Harrington. Thank you so much for coming on the show tonight.
Thanks for having me, Benji.
Absolutely.
Glad to be here.
Absolutely, man. We are, well, first off, the obvious elephant in the room. You all right? You doing good over there?
Yeah, man. I went back home to Aiken to spend some time with the parents, and I guess I decided to get T-boned while I was there as well. So,
man. Well,
but yeah, just a little bit of like bumps and bruises, contusions, and
yeah.
But no major bone breaks. So
well, I'm
doing
glad
all
you're
right.
okay.
Yeah.
Glad you're okay.
Yeah.
Glad you're able to come down and hang out with us here tonight. Tell us a little bit about your about how you got started. Did you grow up playing and singing? Is this something new for you, or always been a part of your life?
So I always think about the things that I heard in the radio with everyone that I rode with growing up. So it's like my grandma. It was like a lot of John Denver. and then like crooners, so
Yeah.
like Dean Martin, and then my other grandmama was a lot of South Carolina beach music and Motown, and then like early rock like Fats Domino, and then her husband, my granddaddy, was more like old country, and so I sang along with whatever was, just playing for on the cassettes, and then like I sang in choir a little bit in school, and then at high school I started just trying to pick up some instruments, but didn't really focus on it. And I really got into songwriting more into college, and started to just meet good people, and started playing around Augusta because it was close to Aiken, and then after that, after a couple years, I decided to try out a new city. So moved up to Greenville.
Greenville's been pretty good to you.
Very thankful for to be there. Met some really great people, and proud to be part of that community.
There's a really cool scene in Greenville. And another question that I'm sure you get a lot, Vilai, where did that come from? Where'd your name originate?
So my dad is part Samoan.
Okay.
And it's a Polynesian name. It means one of great strength.
Okay.
And so.
Very cool, man. Very cool. We're excited to have you on tonight. Can't wait to learn more about you. Of course, if you would like to donate to the cause here, you can do that on Venmo. All of his, the Venmo and PayPal are in the comments already. We'll flash them on the screen in and out tonight during performances. We'll be hearing some great tunes here from Vilai Harrington tonight, and seeing some clips as well. You've got a brand new video out, as a matter of fact. It just dropped, what was it, last week?
Yeah, last week or the week before. I can't remember. Everything's kind of running together during this year. It's too much to keep up with right now.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. From Beyond.
Yes.
From Beyond. And this is obviously the new album.
So, yeah, I mean, it's a one-off for now. It might end up on an album later, but it was one that we had an opportunity to go into studio, try out a new spot. One of our good friends has set up a Greer Castle, and just tried to just write something in the studio and do it straight to tape. So I had a little bit of the idea, and then just me and the boys got together and just finished it out in one night.
It's a really cool video.
Yeah.
A really cool video.
The video, I can't take much credit for that either. That was the brainchild of Joshua Jones of Brando Jones Films. So he heard the song and he called me and said, we need to do this. And I was like, well, I trust you, so I'm glad we did it.
It's got a really neat, in the opening of the video there, it's like the phone booth with the 8mm camera, the reel-to-reel, and the old mic and all there.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. We just looked around at different places and then found where there was this, like on Poinsett Highway, there was this Ingalls that they had demoed the building, but the tile was still there. So,
cool.
Yeah, so that's where we did the video.
Perfect.
So
perfect spot there.
Yeah.
There's a flyer in the beginning and the very end of the video there, and the headline on the flyer says, I want to get this right, and I wrote it down. It says, "We must fight, we must persevere our way of life. This may be our last chance." What's the concept of that?
So it started out as a concept of like, that would be in like a post-apocalyptic world. Okay. But
kind of like a Book of Eli type deal.
Yeah,
right? You ever seen that
a little
movie?
bit. Yeah, a little bit like that. But it's starting to ring more and more true as we go as we go on through this year.
That's sad.
And especially what's happened this week.
Right.
And just a lot of confusion and corruption in all different kinds of ways that we're having to learn to navigate through as a society, and it's just ringing more and more true right now. It came out as like a spoof thing, but it's an interesting time, man.
It is. It is an interesting time. We've got a clip of From Beyond. We'll cut to that here.
When my time comes, I'll never be lonely. I'll never get hungry. I might get old. When my time comes, I hope you come with me to the shiny porcelain throne.
From Beyond. You can find that on the new album, Growth, right? Got a new album out?
So, so we had From Beyond was the one-off, and we're just kind of putting the waters in this pandemic era. But we released an album, EP, Sandhill Shaman, last fall. Yeah. Actually, yeah.
That's that song, the way that thing is shot, man, the cinematography, the music, slide guitar, they're killing it on that.
Yeah, man, that's Adam Bachman.
Yeah.
He's
part of
a
the
hell of a dope.
Hamptones.
Yeah, he's a hell of a dobro player.
Yeah, that's so cool, man. So cool. We've you've got another song that is off one of your other EPs. This is a self-titled EP.
Yes,
right?
the Vilai Harrington The Hamptones.
Yeah,
EP,
Thoughts of a Helpless Romantic. I mean, the title kind of tells the story, I guess, a little bit, right?
A little bit, and it's another one of those songs. The older I get and the more I write, I realize like my songs just take on different meanings as they go on, and you know.
Would you label yourself a helpless romantic?
I was at one time, and I might be in different ways now. I romanticize different parts of life than I did then.
Okay, yeah.
Because romanticism is not just about romantic love with a partner. It's about, Rumpelstiltskin is, romanticism kind of thing. So, it's like a lot of it is just like a Rip Van Winkle or something. But the big, this song is more of like, the more I play it, and I still enjoy it, but it's, I'm like, man, I didn't have the same aspect on life.
Well, it's cool how a song can outlive its original meaning and take on different meanings.
Exactly,
right? Yeah.
Exactly. That's a good thing about them. That's why you got to get them taped. So.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Let's hear it. I'm excited for this one. Thoughts of a Hopeless Romantic.
Always do your best, find the right one. What if they don't make the right income? Thinking too fast, working too slow. All of this talk is crippling me. What is love? Love, love. See her down the road, not the right time. Guess that's the price of being a dreamer. Can't we just stay? Hold on this idea. A wreckage being tossed in this door. And is this love? Puffing this cigarette, one more drag of pure regret. All these songs are not for you. If you
Vilai Harrington. That is so cool, man. So cool. That is Thoughts of a Helpless Romantic. Really cool
Thanks,
line
man.
in there. It talks about the price of being a dreamer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes there is a price for trying to live
Yeah.
out your dreams or find your dreams or chase your dreams, right?
And I mean, it's something that there's not an absolute clear route for all of it. And that's
Right.
one of the big prices. It's just trial and error.
Yeah, and
all
it's
that
different
stuff.
for everybody.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's really cool. You incorporate a lot of real life, a lot of thought-provoking type things in your music. That's just comes natural for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's just some of my songs over the years, very few of them have been from a different character. But, you know, even though there might have been a different character, you know, than I am now, but most of it is just from me.
Right.
It's something I've just been trying to start doing, of, you know, going and doing more storytelling. But a lot of it is just like, look, this is what I know or what I see. So
Right.
yeah.
Well, that's really cool, man. Really cool. I know that you're out gigging around and doing your thing around Greenville, and then of course, you know, COVID has affected everybody.
Right.
That little thing. I'm sure you've heard of it. But you had a chance, and Amber mentioned it in her opener to open for the Future Birds at the Freight Yard.
Yeah, that one hurt that we had to cancel that
I know,
one.
man. That was
but
such
I mean, it's for the best, you know. I think we definitely needed to just have a reset and everything. Things happen for a reason, but I love that venue, and man, I love the Future Birds. They're great.
That is a cool venue, by the way, right? Mm-hmm. Well, now, when I first heard about it, the Freight Yard, I'm thinking railroad.
So yeah,
Right. So I mean, I worked on the railroad in another life,
Mm-hmm.
and when I hear Freight Yard, I instantly go railroad, but that's not the case.
Right. So it's an outdoor venue, and this is and it's all shipping containers for where they have the food, where they have the upper deck and everything. But it's all outdoor, and they have a stage in the corner, and they have like a little ping pong thing. So it's a good family environment, and it's right off of Main Street in Spartanburg. So I went to college for a very short stint, but I went to college in Spartanburg, and when I was there, like, that was an empty lot, and you did not go on that side of town.
Yeah.
But Spartanburg has been, as a community, they've been working on themselves a lot, and they're doing some really cool things, you know. And the Freight Yard's one of them, and Kenneth Cribbs and his partners over there, they're doing a great job with it.
Now, is that going to be rescheduled?
We'll
Hopefully,
see.
Maybe?
We'll see, because I mean, those boys, they've been doing it at Future Birds. They've been doing it for 10 years, so they have their, you know, they gig probably the most out of any band that I've really seen, other than Shovels and Rope.
Right.
with what they do. And so hopefully we'll be able to get in the schedule back again, but we'll see. We'll definitely be able to go back to Freight Yard, but either way, that's the great thing of when you get to open for bands you like, is like you just get to see the band. Too, so,
right, yeah.
So
maybe from a different angle or whatever, but you're right there in the mix.
Exactly.
Have you had a good experience with like meeting people that you kind of look up to? You've had
overall, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, there's been a few where, you know, everyone that I've opened for, overall, that I knew about and respected before have been genuinely great people.
Good.
But there's been a couple that like I'll see on the street, and you know, you don't want to bother them, but you also just say, hey, I really enjoy it, and they just look at you like you know, kicked the dog.
No,
it's like, all right, well, I'm sorry that you're talented, and
file that away for later.
Yeah, exactly. I'll remember that.
Right.
But overall, I mean, a lot of the people, and I've been very thankful for the people that I've met and played with, and been able to have, you know, ongoing friendships with later.
Right.
Just good people, you know.
Yeah.
Like the High Divers and Susto and all of them. They're all just really, really genuine people. I'm very thankful to have them around. But I got to know them by opening for them. So yeah.
It's really cool when you find a group of guys that have, you know, like-minded interests, whether it be music or anything, really.
Yeah.
And then, you know, they've been doing it a while and they're established, and you know, you kind of look up to them. Oh man, I would love to follow this type, and then they reach out and maybe even take you under their wing, or just nice people.
Right.
It's a good thing.
Even if it's you know, people think that, you know, oh, well, you find people that like you and then they just take you on. You know, it's like, well, they have other stuff that they're trying to survive and work out too.
Right.
Because this is a rough game, but you gotta have that community still around you.
Absolutely.
And even if they're just willing to give you like a shout every now and then, or, you know, and just good, genuine people that help you show what their experience is. It's really nice to have. You know?
There's a line in one of your songs here, "See You or I Won't," which is a really cool title, by the way. I like that. Yeah, I'll see you or I won't. But it says, "Just another day working, toward Music Row.
Yeah.
Living off pennies from show to show." I mean, you just took every life of every struggling musician. I mean, you basically summed up their life in two sentences right there.
Yeah. It's so that song, I started writing it. I was helping out my good friend James Tucker, and he was going to play Whiskey Jam on Music Row at, I believe it was Winners or Losers, one of those bars, you know, it's the two there in Nashville. And me and Adam Bachman were back on James Tucker. I was playing banjo for him, and Adam's playing dobro, and we just went up there as a trio. And I got a call right before that one of the people that was a traveling musician that I grew up with and looked up to very much had taken his own life. And I got a call like right before, and he had just gotten his publishing deal and everything like that, but it showed that it's like, no matter how much you're struggling or whatever you get to the break, it's like, you got to figure out what's worth it for you, you know?
Right.
And, but that was just another one of those, is like, I was on my last like $100 for that month, you know?
Yeah.
We were up there and we're like, should we get a bucket of beer? Should we make sure that we have enough for gas?
Right.
And then got that call, and I kind of just put everything in perspective a little bit more, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a tough pill to swallow, man. And "See It or I Won't" is a really it's crafted very well. It's a well-crafted song.
Thank you.
Let's have a look at this. Now this is on Sand Hill Shaman, right?
Yes.
Yes. And I think this is from the Greenville Sessions, this video I think that we have here. Anyway, let's take a quick look here at "See You or I Won't."
Just another day walking towards Music Row, living off pennies from show to show. Feeling overwhelmed, don't know how to keep track. Whatever I do, don't ever look back. See you on the other side. See you on the other side.
Vilai Harrington and the Hamptones. That was actually shot at the Freight Yard, which we were just talking about. That was a blunder on my end, but that was a little taste of it there. But you're gonna play the whole rendition for us here, acoustic, of course, of "See Ya" or "I Won't." Before we go in, you were talking about Music Row, Nashville, and the line from the song about living off pennies from show to show. Is Music Row that? I mean, does it make or break for an artist whether you can get constant bookings there?
So a lot of people traditionally, a lot of people think that that's where you need to be.
Right.
And well, a lot of people, they think they need to be on Broadway, and in Nashville, and then they realize like, well, like that's not where the actual musicians are. Actual musicians are down on Music Row, and then you get there and it's like, all right, well, just like everything else is, it starts to trickle into that. And so it depends on what your route is. Like I decided a while back that Nashville might not be the best place for me, at least especially now in this time of life, and again, I might eat my words later, but it's tough if you're gonna try to just move to Nashville and just play in Nashville. It's it's still gonna be a lot of cover gigs. It's gonna be a lot of it's tight on money, especially if you don't have any engineering, studio engineering or anything.
Right.
Like be able to diversify. You just are a great songwriter.
It's competition.
It's a lot of competition. Some of the top songwriters in the world are baristas in East Nashville.
Right.
So
that's incredible. It's incredible.
It's a Sierra One. It's just, especially in a time like this, tell the people that you love them, and make sure you do that as truthfully and as much as possible. So. Just another day working towards Music Row, living off pennies from show to show, feeling overwhelmed, don't know how to keep track. Whatever I do, don't ever look back. See you on the other side. See you on the other side. Well, half of my friends can't make it up the hill, yet they still wonder who is footing the bill. be it cancer or booze or weed or ice. Whatever it is, you won't make it alive. See you on the other side. See you on the other side. It seems pretty easy to cut all your ties till one ends up being a noose or a knife. Keep humming, keep bumming, keep thumbing through life. See you on the other side. See you on the other side. See you on the other side. See you on the other side.
Very cool. Very cool, man. Gosh, you got such a deep writing style. It's like everything that we've heard, at least so far, there's really just a deep-rooted like meaning to it. I mean, it's not like you're just out and writing a song just to be writing a song. I mean, you feel what you're doing.
Thank you. Yeah, to a fault. Sometimes I think about stuff too much and then just let it out. But
this is your release, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's
a big part of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you find yourself? Do you think of yourself as just an artistic person? Like you have to have that sort of release to feel almost normal?
Yeah. I mean, it's a big part of it. Is just getting to play songs and doing that. A lot of other part of it is like for me and how I grew up. It's like I like to like do gardening and like all that kind of stuff too.
Yeah.
Just get my hands in the dirt and get grounded. And actually, sometimes that goes into doing physical work around the house and stuff like that, and then stopping a little bit, play a song, and just going back around.
I need some help, man. My cucumbers ain't doing very good right
Yeah?
now. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that.
Yeah, well, we could talk about it a little bit more. It could be a couple different things, actually.
Yeah. I need some info.
It might be
on
this
that.
rain, honestly.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be. That's really cool. What do you grow a big garden?
I usually do.
Yeah.
For the time being right now, my girlfriend and I were in an apartment for a year, seeing where we go from there.
Right.
But growing up, my mom's side of the family is all Newberry County, and so like Little Mountain, Prosperity, and Newberry, and the big city, they like to say,
Right.
Newberry. And I went up there like most summers and spent time out on the lake and just worked the garden with my grandmother and my granddaddy there, and then my other grandmother in North Augusta. She was like big in the garden clubs and everything like that there. So I just I always enjoyed it, and just like that fruit of having just at the end of the day, it's like, oh, I don't need to go to the store. I
grew this.
I grew this, you know, and you get to bring some to your friends.
It's a fulfilling.
It's very fulfilling.
It's very fulfilling.
Thing. Yeah.
That's very cool, man. Very cool. Vilai Harrington, go check him out everywhere that music is sold. Your albums are, I mean, they're on all digital platforms,
They are.
right? Mm-hmm. And you can go to your website, which is?
It's just VilaiHarrington.com, actually.
Yeah. And there's merchandise, there's their music, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
I know that places are starting to open up a little bit more now and all that. Are you starting to try to get back out a little bit, or?
Just trying to do that a little bit. This is kind of the first weekend. Had a couple gigs this weekend.
Yeah.
Just easing into it. We did one of our favorite places, Golden Grove Brewing, and West Pelzer, of all places.
Yeah, right.
But it's a cool little spot over there. It's a farm to bottle brewery, and we like to play out there. And did that, and did like a solo show at just a pub in downtown Greenville, and just easing into it now. We're hoping that we're able to do some more band shows coming up, but
Right.
I think we booked a last minute thing for something for the Newberry Opera House.
It's a cool venue.
Yeah, I love that place. That's where I saw some of my first shows.
Yeah.
So we're doing like an outdoor thing. I think it's like, I can't remember the name of the event, but it's going to be on the 13th of June, and then we're playing Quest Brewing with the full band on the 25th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me about the song "Poor Life." Now, this isn't P-O-O-R, like I don't have any money life. This is P-O-U-R, Poor Life.
So I started writing it going through Hitchcock Woods, and then a torrential downpour came, and I had to try to find the high ground. But I just I can't even tell you like exactly my original thoughts when I started the song. This is one of the first songs I ever wrote.
Okay.
So looking back on it, I'm like, it's structured all right, but it's a little all over the place, but it's a lot of fun, and there's still some meaning in there, and I guess people can find it for themselves.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Well, that's the cool, like we were talking about earlier, that's the cool thing about music is just because you write something that it means this to you, it may mean something completely different to somebody else, and they can draw, everybody draws what they're,
Exactly.
what they're feeling off of your songs, man. It's really cool. You want to play it for us?
Sure.
Poor Life? Here we go. And don't forget to donate. His Venmo and PayPal are right there in the comments and flashing on the screen.
Feel the rain hit the ground and the road. Feel the clouds as the sea. Your sweet face and the touch your embrace of your hand swine with mine and the warmth of those green eyes rain down, rain down, rain down, rain down. And this storm pours our life, wash away all this strife. Hear the joy in the trees as the sky gently weeps. Rain down, rain down, rain down, rain down, rain down, rain down.
And the crowd goes wild. All right, man. Vilai Harrington, man, I'm excited for things to get started back, so I can see you in the Hamptones on stage somewhere soon.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it.
I know
too.
it's been a rough go, man, but your music is thought provoking. You can tell it comes from a genuine place, and it's really, you got a lot of really cool tunes in a collection here, and you can see a lot of those on your EP Sandhill Shaman. I kind of think I know where that came from.
Yeah.
But with a lot of your titles, I'm not so sure I do know where Sandhill Shaman came from.
So it's an interesting thing. That actually came from when I first moved to Greenville. We were going through another interesting time of change, as we have been just for the last decade. Well, our existence as a country, but to where I got spat on and called a derogatory name for Middle Eastern, which I'm not, but it's not a good thing for anyone to do to anyone. And I told my friends about it, and I had sand in the name, and they started joking around, and they're like, oh, well, you like to like grow sages and do smudges stuff. It's like you're like a desert wizard. And then it morphed into like, oh, well, you're from the Sandhills, South Carolina, so you're the Sandhill Shaman. Yeah. And so, because like everyone wants to have like a name for them if they're playing out and everything. And so, I was actually I was in Idaho, my uncle's ranch, doing some stuff out there, and the song just kind of came to me. And it's just it's a satirical tune of most of us, and that people look up to and everything. We're still people, and it's not a, I might have some wisdom that you don't have, but you also have things from your experiences and just things that you feel that I don't have either. And we can just learn from each other. Right. And it's just a little satirical thing of like, title doesn't mean anything. Yeah.
I think one of the biggest misconceptions, and it's sad, in this entire world is that if you're not exactly like somebody, or you don't think exactly like that other person, then you've got to not like them or hate them. And that's sad.
Sad. Yeah, it's a sad thing, and it's a lot of things within our nature and what we've learned, and that it's not easy for me to relate to them. So I'm not willing to put in the work. So I'm done. Yeah. And it is a very sad thing, and I hope that we can move forward. And there's examples of showing people actually going the distance and doing the work now, but we just need more and more of it to show that unity. Because at the end of the day, we're all living, we're all breathing, we're all on the same rock. So let's try to work these things out.
Let's make the best of it, right?
Yeah,
absolutely,
exactly.
Man. Very cool. All right, we're gonna throw it back to Amber really quick.
Okay.
And when we come back, I want to hear this title song.
Yeah, man.
Sandhill Shaman.
Sounds good.
Miss Amber.
Well, we have almost made it through yet another episode of The Square on Air. I hope you've enjoyed it so far. Thank you all so kindly for tuning in and giving us a moment of your time. I'd like to encourage you to spread the word to your friends and anyone you think would enjoy our show. To learn more about Vilai Harrington, you can visit his website at vilaiharrington.com. Also, please consider supporting Vilai by donating whatever you can, either Venmo or PayPal. Those links are in the comments and on your screen. If you are a business or a patron of the arts and would love to sponsor or support The Square on Air, please reach out to us at thesquareonair@gmail.com. Please join us again next week as we welcome country artist Parker Ford. Now for one more song, let's give our full attention once again to Vilai Harrington.
buckle up and prepare for the ride. I've been up and down this dusty road, in a room full of pride, only time for growth. Grab that juice and be ready to chase the sun. Watch me dance on the floor. All you see, it's just a show. Well, my love is like a horse, hold you up tight, offers you protection, but it also takes your life, so let it be. Keep gnawing on the chain. I heat up my courage, should I say growth? Might put on a pretty face, but it's only for the show. So watch me dance straight into oblivion. Watch me dance on the floor. All you see, it's just a show. Just follow your own heart. Everything looks black in the dark. Watch me dance on the floor. All you see, it's just a show.
Vilai Harrington, absolutely, man. That is so cool. So cool. That was Sandhill Shaman, and of course,
Yes,
that
sir.
EP is out. Got a brand new one out too called Growth.
Yes, sir.
Please, everybody, go get that. Go pick it up. Go to VilaiHarrington.com, and you can see all that. Also, of course, is Venmo and PayPal. You saw that scrolling on the screen. Take a moment, drop $1 or $2 in the bucket there, and when you go gigging full time and then it has the door slammed on you, man, every little penny helps, I'm sure.
It does. It does. Definitely does.
And again, man, thank you so much for coming down tonight.
Thanks for having me, Benji.
Absolutely.
Really appreciate y'all having us.
Absolutely. Your music's great, man. I love your. You've got such a pure soul, and it comes out in your music, and I absolutely love that. It's original, it's real, and I'm sure if you see him live, you'll feel that too. So thank you again. Keep doing what you're doing, man.
Thank you, Benji.
All right. That's all the time we've got for tonight's episode of The Square on Air. Of course, you can catch the replays every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. on WCTEL Television. That's Channel 20. And then again, Wednesdays at 12:30. That's noon 30, not midnight 30. And you can catch the replays there. And, of course, they're always on YouTube as well. So, for Vilai Harrington, I'm Benji Greeson. Everybody love everybody. Good night. Stay safe, and God bless.